He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So LSU's offense will go to work first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going.
There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami, Ohio's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
That's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
Got the first down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Redhawks have it with a 1st and 10. After run, now throw. Under fire.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over it. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
Pressure coming. Looking to scramble. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a man, it's Tate. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Frazier. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball slipped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Bounced off his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Caught behind the line. It's Bennett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Red Hawks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Burnett. Drills him with the stiff arm. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? On the run, it's Frazier. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers! Once he got some room, it was over.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to pass, it's Marshall. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. And the Redhawks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. And the returner goes down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl. Try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Trying play action. Here's the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's the end of the first half. LSU 35, Miami Ohio 0.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
To the air, it's Marshall. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Redhawks will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Frazier. He's inside the 10. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, man.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Around the end, it's White. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Motion from the wideout. To the edge, it's White. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Redhawks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Sticks it in his belly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll try to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Marshall. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. As talented as this guy is, the coverage is tighter. There's not as much space to fit the ball in. He's having to learn on the job as a young signal caller. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Redhawks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Etheridge. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Redhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Big fullback's got it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for room, it's Bennett. Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Redhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the fullback. They stop him in his track, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Kick it off and get this game underway. From inside the 15, here comes a return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the back. The offense changing the play. They're going to run it to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks.
There he goes. Spins away from the defense. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
How about the left side of the line, getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Quarterback adapted. He'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Chang. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Looking for space. It's White. Got some room into the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And, Coach, Coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Temple's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Kelly. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Grab in the backfield. It's Owens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play.
7-0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having
it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To give to the big fullback. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Temple lines up quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Kelly. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the running back. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So now it's second and long. Let's go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, working that wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Got a man. It's Casper. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It is perfect. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Kelly. Bringing the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me, I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Grab near the marker. It's Chang. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to...
Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
The Owls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. On 2nd and 10, he 4 wide out set, trips right. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense...
Lots of running room. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line, it's Griffin. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. Making side adjustments here. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the fullback. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Offense in a split backfield. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Kemp. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. 1st first snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.